guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a 3-month review today on Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM in the rose ballerine color. I never thought I would be a Neverfull girl, and I think my biggest takeaway from these past 3 months is that I am, and everybody should be, a Neverfull girl. It's definitely not your most exciting piece or your most rare, really cool bag, and it's just not that. But I have to say, this has quickly turned into one of my all-time favorite handbags that I've owned, strictly for utility and how good it looks together. This pretty much serves the purpose of what I feel like people usually use Longchamps for, so it's a decent size. As you can see, it's just a big tote bag, but it's not the GM, so it's not huge. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. I don't know, it even looks a little big in this video right now. Excuse my outfit, I'm in a sweatshirt. But anyway, so this is a really good size I have found for a daily tote bag. So it doesn't look like you're being eaten up by your handbag, and I definitely have a few of those because I love, being Mary Poppins and carrying everything I own in my handbag. So this gives you a little bit of that world of having to be able to carry a lot of stuff with you, but at the same time you can use it in a little bit more, I don't know, everyday situations where a giant tote bag maybe might look a little bit out of place. I have found that although I watched a lot of YouTube videos where people said they never tuck in the sides on this handbag in the MM size, I always tuck in the tops. So like this, at least, and I'll cinch them usually, when I do that to keep them in there. But I haven't really gravitated towards this look with the sides completely out. I think probably because that's when it does really just look like a giant tote bag to me. So unless it's completely full, I usually have the sides folded in. Let me show you what that looks like. I also think that I might like the bag, completely unfolded when it gets a little softer and a little bit more floppy. But this is how I typically day-to-day will carry this handbag, and I just like this look a lot. I think it looks more like a handbag, less like a tote bag, but yeah, you still have all the functionality. So I also have found, actually, when I was in the store, I was doing something in the Louis Vuitton store, and I was holding this bag. It had all my stuff in it. I had already purchased it. A woman came up next to me and she was discussing, what she was debating with her essay, what bag she should get next and whatever, and she was debating between this and something else I can't even remember, a Gucci handbag. And she was like, the only thing is that this doesn't have a zipper on top, and I'm really concerned about security. And I could not keep my mouth shut. I was standing there and I said, actually, I was thinking the same thing when I got mine, but I've had this bag, and when I tuck in the sides like this, and if you clip the D-ring to this little clip here, like so, when this is on your arm, I have a hard time getting in my own bag. So I really think it's deceivingly useful to close this little hook for safety purposes if that's what you're worried about. This is, it's a little tricky to get stuff in and out when the sides are folded in and this is linked like this. Like, you can't get your hand in there, you know what I mean? And it's the same on the back. So that, I think, is a really big plus to this size. I'm not sure if that's the same for the GM, but I have found that that really puts my mind at ease. Although I knew this was like an open tote bag to begin with, it really makes me feel good that just doing these two things really does create a decent amount of security, at least when walking around. I have had this in the back seat of my car and had it tip over and everything has fallen out. So if that is a concern, that has happened to me many times. So maybe I should probably stop throwing my bag in the same spot. Maybe try and figure something else out. but that is annoying, and I have to say that is annoying about this bag. And I think every time that's happened though, it wasn't closed like this. I just kind of like threw it in the car. So, you know, that's just a here nor there, just kind of an observation. So what else do I have to say about this bag? I'm still loving the color. I love this color. It's so feminine, but not too obnoxious, and it's subtle. I don't know, it's so pretty. So I do have a comment actually. I'm gonna scoot closer to you guys. There's a couple stains in here, and my SA told me originally that with this bag, it was gonna be, I think they said, I don't want to say stain resistant, but she was like, oh, you probably won't really have to worry about the inside as much. It's not going to show the stains. And I think they did something to, you know, this material. I don't know if I really believed that, but I'm just so in love with the color. I was like, I don't care. It does show dust. It shows dirt. I have a couple stains. So this is definitely not going to be one of those bags where in a couple years it's going to look pristine. I don't have a bag shaper or any kind of protecting thing on the inside. I don't even know if you could do that. And I don't want to put any kind of coating or treatment chemical wise. So that's a comment, is that this is not super durable as far as being dirt resistant and stain resistant, but I don't know, it's just kind of like, I think that's just what you deal with lighter colors, versus I know there was like a darker magenta color that they came out with, and maybe even that bright red color that is now available on the inside, maybe you wouldn't notice as much on those colors. So what else? My patina, it's still pretty light. It's definitely not as light as when I first got it, thank God. I was really not into that. The straps have started to soften up, but they're still, I mean, they'll still stay up like this. So I'm looking forward to those softening. What else do I have to say about this bag? Oh, I did buy a couple bag charms. So I have my initials on, this is the small luggage tag, and I like that just hanging off the side. I got them in gold, and I also have this additional clip. So the luggage tag is just this leather strap. Sorry, this is tricky. Okay, this leather strap and then the luggage tag, and then I purchased online this additional clip that just looks like a normal, looks like a Louis Vuitton clip almost, not exactly. So that way the leather tab here doesn't get creased or twisted. It just hangs really nicely. And then I also have this fur bauble, and this is a really nice, it's not really picking up on the color, but it's a dark burgundy, just gorgeous. And I also have this in a couple other colors. So it's just it's a fun addition to have just hanging on the side. I have to say though, this luggage tag, when I'm walking, I hear it hit the bag. So, you know, depending on the pace that you walk at, can you hear that? That's what I hear when I'm walking. And at first I thought it was these, and I was like, that's gonna be so annoying if I have to hear this just sound every time I carry this bag, but it is the luggage tag, and so yeah. These do not make a sound when you walk, but this is the sound that the luggage tag makes. So I have to say, everything about this bag has been really, really positive. I've been super impressed. I love this pouch. I didn't think I was gonna use this pouch at all. I debated selling it separately, but I think in the long run, I mean, God forbid, but if one day I decided to sell this bag, I think it'll hold its value a lot more if it comes with its original matching pochette, pouch, I don't know what they're actually calling this, clutch. So I wanted to keep it together, so I was like, well, even though I don't like it, I'm just gonna keep it and whatever. And then I started using it because I had it, and you know, you might as well. And I really like it. It's just, I usually carry a bag of bags. So I have, you know, my handbag, and then inside is just pouches of various things. So, you know, one more pouch can't hurt. So what I really like is that the zipper is so smooth. And I know you expect that on a lot of Louis Vuitton items, or all of your Louis Vuitton items, but let's see if you can hear this one. Oh, it's stuck on something. It's so smooth. I would say I wish that it wasn't so flat on the sides, because you have to really lay everything down really flat for it not to look super warped. I definitely don't do that all the time, so I definitely like will walk around with like a super lumpy pouch, but I think ideally you wouldn't want to do that, just to, you know, protect the shape and integrity. But that can just be a little bit annoying that they didn't give you any kind of like extra space here. I feel like it might be more likely to crack that way. I don't know, we'll have to see over time. So I just have, you know, various things like tissues and chargers and mints and whatever in here. And then there's this pocket on one side, which I love having just to, you know, keep whatever in, something flat. It's just really handy. It's a well thought out pouch. It's very sturdy. It's not just like a freebie that they really didn't think about, and it's really cheap. It's very well made. My one comment, my one negative thing I have to say about this bag. About a month ago, over a month ago, I saw this. I noticed this problem, and I didn't have time to go to the store or anything to get it fixed. So about a month ago, I went to a Louis Vuitton store, and I actually had to exchange this strap that comes attached to the pouch, wristlet, whatever we want to call it. Where this is creasing, so this is not one of these clips. I don't know what these clips are called, but it's only on one end of the strap. And then the other end is just, you know, leather bits, and you just kind of, you know, weave them through each other. So I don't like that to begin with. I just think, why aren't you putting two clips? It's not a huge expense, and it makes everything so much easier, faster, like prettier. I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. So anyways, this is really annoying to begin with. And then right here where it folds, my original strap, right here where it touches the metal part, it was so, I have to think about explaining myself better. Where it's looped like this, I have it really loosely looped right now, but before I must have had it tighter, and right here where it curves, it was cracked, and it looked like if you pulled hard enough, you could snap the whole thing, and it just looked dry and just weird. And I was like, you know, I got this 8 weeks ago maybe at this point, and I was like, this is weird, because if it's drying out and cracking this fast, what is going to happen to the rest of the bag? That's just not good quality control. And I was so upset. And I don't really live near a Louis Vuitton store, and I didn't want to have to call and, I don't know, like send it in, wait for a response. And so anyways, I got around to it, and they didn't even seem surprised when I brought it into the store, which I thought was weird. But maybe it's a common problem. But they were able to give me a strap on the spot, which I really appreciated, and that was super convenient. I did have to give them my old strap, so it's not like I could have kept it until it broke and then replaced it. I was kind of hoping that they would let me keep it just in case. I always like having backups of things, so yeah, that would have been nice. But so they took it, they gave me a new one. That's my only complaint, is that was a really weird issue. It aged really quickly and then just fell apart, so not good. But I haven't seen that problem on any other part of this bag. So if you start to see little bits of your vachetta leather looking really dry, just keep your eye on it, because that's how mine started. And I actually, now that I look at this really closely, I'm not sure. I mean, this just looks a little, these thin straps look a little dry to me. I don't know if you can see it. Of course, I think it's focusing on my hair. Anyways, so it's kind of a microscopic little detail, but they look a little dry. I don't know, I'm just gonna have to keep my eye on it and let you guys know in maybe a 6-month update or something later. but honestly, everything else in the bag has been working great. It's been a miracle to have this bag, both for daily use, like just a handbag, and also I'm able to fit my 13-inch MacBook in here. Yeah, so I have to say, 3 months, going strong. I would definitely repurchase this. I'm not sure if they're still selling this rose ballerine color, but it's so beautiful if you can get your hands on it. That's why I really took the plunge on this. I think if they didn't come out with it in this light pink color, I would still be debating if I was a Neverfull girl. And so I'm really glad that I took the plunge, and I'm really glad that this is mine. And I suggest that everyone everyone needs a Neverfull in their life. And I don't really understand the purpose of a PM, but the MM and the GM, you could buy. I mean, I see why people buy all 3 of the canvas prints, because you could use this every day. Anyways, I could go on forever, but I love it. It's a great handbag. I do have an update if you guys have seen my other videos. I no longer have, oh man, what was it called? Not the favorite, shoot. I'll have to do an update maybe. But I got rid of my Damier Ebene tote style bag with the 2 pockets on the side. Oh, I can't believe I'm blanking on the name right now. Delightful? Was it the Delightful? Ooh. But in my past videos, I did a review, and I was so excited about this handbag, and I brought it on a work trip with me where I had to carry a ton of stuff, and I was running around New York, and it did not work the way I wanted it to, the way I needed it to. I loved the handbag, but I just was like, you know, I bought this for work purposes, and I'm on a really important work trip, and it is just it's not doing it for me. So I missed the window that you could return it in to Louis Vuitton, so I sold that on eBay. I think I should have returned it to Louis Vuitton for a credit. I think I was still in that window. I don't even know the rules, but either way, so I don't have that bag anymore. I can go into detail in another video. I think I will do that. I'll compare tote bags that I have. So I'll do the Neverfull MM, Longchamp, and the Goyard. I think those are my big similar tote bags. I think I'll do a comparison video there, and maybe I can go into more detail. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'm definitely working on making my videos better and learning how to make YouTube videos, and it's been so fun so far. Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone that's been watching so far, and the people that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. It's really cool to be a part of the YouTube community. You guys are really so supportive and kind. There's been so many kind words shared to me, and just I see on other people's channels that it's so fun, and I'm so glad that everyone's on here and watching and appreciating each other. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.